Right friends, welcome back to third capsule. This is on ZIKA and World Health Organization. And if you go back to February 2016, during February 2016, World Health Organization declared ZIKA as public health emergency of international concern. And please don't forget, in the year 2014, Ebola was declared as public health emergency of international concern, and February 2016, in February 2016, this ZIKA was declared as public health emergency of international concern, that is the PHEIC. And what will happen if the disease is declared as PHEIC? There are 2-3 things which are very important when a disease is declared as PHEIC. The first one is more money is expected to flow in and more research will take place, and research will point towards the development of a vaccine, right? So this is the result of declaring it as PHEIC. And at the time, infection with ZIKA virus in pregnant women was suspected to be the reason for microcephaly. And you may ask, what is meant by microcephaly? Microcephaly is basically brain deformation. Around 4,000 children in Brazil were born with brain deformation, that is a shortening of the brain, and at the same time Guillain-Barré syndrome. This is also suspected to be associated with ZIKA. Please look into this slide. This nerve damage to the nerves is the Guillain-Barré syndrome, and shortening of a brain or deformation of a brain is microcephaly, and these two diseases were suspected to be associated with the ZIKA virus, and in February 16 it was declared as PHEIC. And let us look at November 2016. Now after 9 months, World Health Organization declared that ZIKA is no longer a public health emergency of international concern. So World Health Organization removed ZIKA from PHEIC, and it is not understood what prompted World Health Organization to declare PHEIC in February and at the same time removing that from PHEIC in November. There is a valid reason for declaring it as PHEIC in February, but there is no valid reason to take it out in the month of November just after 9 months. And let us analyze what happened in between. If you look at February 2016 and November 2016, I listed out 6 points. First one is the link between ZIKA as well as microcephaly was established. The link between ZIKA as well as deformation of brains in the newborn babies in northeastern part of Brazil, especially link between ZIKA and microcephaly was noticed. That is the first thing. Second thing is, it is not clearly understood why this particular microcephaly is concentrated only in the northeastern part of Brazil. And two things are not clear. Why this microcephaly is concentrated only in Brazil but not in other countries? That is one part. And the other part is, even in Brazil also, why it is concentrated only in northeast part of the country, not in other parts of Brazil? So these two things are not clear till date, and research for vaccine and reliable diagnostic methods have already begun, and scientists are able to find the roots of transmission. And even though World Health Organization has taken this decision, the global risk assessment has not changed. Globally, almost 67 countries and territories are affected by ZIKA. That means 67 countries and territories show lack of immunity against ZIKA virus. And the entire magnitude of the challenges posed by ZIKA virus are not clear as on date. So these are the ground realities, and what prompted World Health Organization to take out ZIKA from public health emergency of international concern is not clear. And before concluding this lecture, what are the consequences? The first and the foremost point is, as I have already told you, at the first instance, it is not clear why World Health Organization took this decision, as the threat of ZIKA virus has not subsided. Second point is, sustained research and dedicated resources are required to address long-term challenges posed by the babies born with microcephaly. And please look into this picture. Microcephaly, that is a deformation of a brain, or the size of the brain got reduced, and no one knows at this juncture what are its long-term complications. And so as to look into this aspect, sustained research and dedicated resources are required to address the long-term challenges posed by microcephaly, and at the same time Guillain-Barré syndrome is also to be investigated in minute details. Then the third point is, by ending PHEIC, that means by taking ZIKA out of PHEIC, naturally the global alert of the disease will be reduced, which is not conducive for healthy environment of the world, as it affected 67 countries as well as territories. At this juncture, reducing the global alert is not a good sign. Then the fourth point is, global research for effective vaccines and diagnostic tools as well as the funding may also take a back seat, as ZIKA is no more public health emergency of international concern. The attitude of World Health Organization as far as this disease is concerned may change in near future, and global research for effective vaccines and diagnostic tools, at the same time funding may reduce. And it is not proper on the part of World Health Organization to react at this juncture, when the mosquito vector carrying ZIKA virus is quite active in several countries. Right? Overall, the situation is not understood why who taken ZIKA out of public health emergency of international concern. Right? Though the World Health Organization stated that it is not downgrading the importance of ZIKA, but the immediate question which comes to everybody's mind is, what changed during the last 9 months? At the time who declared it as PHEIC, and at the time when it is taken out of PHEIC, what changed is not clear, and it is ringing in everybody's mind. And the final point is, research towards the development of vaccines as well as the diagnostic tools, as well as long-term complications of microcephaly, and at the same time funding needs are to be taken care of, irrespective of whether who declares it as PHEIC or not. Right friends, with these parting words, let us conclude this capsule. Have a nice day. Thank you.